Okay. I'm here in the Beacon Studios at the high school with Jeanne Demers, who's going to tell us about her work in her studio.
Okay, hi. What I would say is that I ended up needing studio space because Hurricane Irene came and filled a basement that held my journals with 18 inches of water. And so they were immersed.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know. And so now my precious journals look like this.
Oh my.
But there's actually, I think, something really beautiful about water damage. And so I'm taking it in this other direction where I'm creating art with the destroyed or transformed journals. And there's a lot that hasn't been lost. And so in a way it gives me the context to put all the stories from these parts of my life out into the world and do it
Sort of another dimension.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
What were you writing in the journals?
And that's why I think they have real value. When I lived in New York City, my idea of entertainment was getting on my bike and riding around the city and stopping and talking to whoever. And it was oftentimes street people, and so the homeless or bike messengers, and I would just write what they had to say, and I amassed some real gems. So it's now, I think that this has happened. Yeah, I have a way of putting it out there.
So what is your methodology? What are you planning to do with them?
Well, so I'm creating pieces of art now. I do it in strip form because you'll see, like, where's the good place to
Like
see
cartoons.
Yeah, I have a character named Ruby, and she's like a little philosopher, and she talks about life, and so she's experienced this great loss, and so she's talking about that. But it allows her to point to all of these things that she's written over the years. And I do it online because one of the things that I feel really strongly about is girls, girl voices, and how that has the power to bring balance to the world. And so just as I have a great girl voice, I'm interested in encouraging that and nurturing that with girls of the world. And so by sharing Ruby and what I do with Ruby with them, you know, it gives them ideas on how they can do that themselves.
Are they videos or stills?
Both, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you have a camera and you or an animation stand, or how do you do that?
Well, actually what I do, actually it is stills, but I turned them into YouTube movies, going from still to still with a voiceover.
Right.
So yeah, so it's done in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what are some of the adventures she has?
Oh my gosh, it's absolutely epic because I've been working on it for 20 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, you know, it's just taken so many different forms. There's the adventure of Ruby just trying to survive in the city and what it takes to find and do your thing in life. And so, you know, that's like a big adventure that she has because she's on a quest. How do you find it, and then how do you spend your life doing it?
Right.
And so, given that as sort of the subject matter that I like to work with, Ruby has since become an alien from outer space here as a central part of rescue mission Wake On Up. And I mean, it's turned into, that's the screenplay version of the...
Right. What is, how would people find you on YouTube?
You can go to therubybooks.org, so therubybooks.org, and I'm thinking if I have Yeah, so that's sort of like, that's it. That's what I'm doing here. And
Right.
I feel really, even though it was a hard thing to experience this kind of a loss of
All of them were destroyed?
not all of them, not all, 50 of them.
50 books?
50 of hundreds.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I know there were a lot that didn't get destroyed.
Right.
So yeah, so I have plenty to work with, and in a way, I look at it as survival of the fittest, and the editing process has been done for me partially because there's just parts I can't use.
Yeah, artists have always destroyed their work or partially had changes occur. I mean, it's like found art. You renegotiate it.
Right, exactly.
So-
Found art.
Right.
I mean, I really go for that, and how there really feels like there's another force at play, and then if you open to that, you know, you get out of the way, and what wants to emerge is able to, and it's actually a lot of fun, and that's what I'm finding with this process that I'm in right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Often, I remember when I do my work, if you make a mistake, you can just incorporate the mistake into it, and it's not a mistake.
Right, and actually becoming that kind of carefree with it, and yeah, I'm actually moving myself in that direction, and yeah, it's liberating. It really is liberating.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Great, Jeanne.
oh, thank you.